Welcome back everybody to Retro Adventures. So why do I call this channel Retro Adventures? Is it because I like taking journeys on abandoned railroads like the Katy Trail and abandoned canal paths like the C&O? Or is it because I like traveling where people in the past in history have traveled, like the Lewis and Clark Trail? Yes, it's all of those things, but the main reason I call it Retro Adventures is because of this camper behind me. So let me introduce you to Ginger. This is my wife and my camper. It's a 2020 Riverside Retro. And this company built this camper in the fall of 2019, right before well, you know what. People say don't ever buy a camper after 2020. They're in terrible shape. Well, this one was built in Elkhart, Indiana. And I understand it was mainly built by the Amish. Now, Retro, or Riverside, I should say, no longer exists. They sold out to a larger company. I can't quite remember which company it was. It might have been Thor, but don't quote me on that. And they still do make some retros, but this is quite unique, this camper, because when the company existed, it was an independent company. And I realized that I had never taken a video of the entire camper, so I thought I'd take the opportunity now to do that. So this is a 22-foot long camper, 20 feet from the living space. We've purchased a few items to accentuate the retro look, such as the outside padding and our lights that go on an awning up there. I'm going to have to put the awning down today because it's getting a little windy. So let's just walk around and see what it looks like. It does not have any slide outs. And we're okay with that because that's just one more mechanism to go wrong, I guess. And you can see my e-bike that's right there on the back of it. It's just a normal camper. I would say this is a good couples camper, but someone who had one other child could live in it, as you can see later on. Red is kind of an unusual color for a camper. This one sure sticks out in a campground. And you can see the retro, Riverside Retro image right there, which no longer exists. I think now it just says Retro. We pull our camper with this 2014 Silverado Chevy pickup. It's just a 4-cylinder. It's one of the smaller ones that were made at the time, but it does the trick. We've gone pretty much anywhere we wanted to with this. A friend of mine asked me, "What's wrong? Couldn't you find anything in red?" All right, so let's go inside and see what it looks like. Here we have a map of all the states that we have camped in. Here we go. Got the checkerboard floor, which is kind of a throwback, retro of course. And here's the dinette. Now the other day, for the very first time, I broke this dinette down and made a bed out of it, and I was quite surprised how big it was. My granddaughter loved laying on it. I'll put a picture in. Here's the kitchen area. It's pretty simple. We've got a stove right here. No oven, but we have a Ninja oven that we use. Got a small microwave. It's not as powerful as our microwave at home. And you can see some of the decorations we put up and the shades. We have a pretty good size refrigerator freezer. Now some of the new models that are coming out only run on electric, but this one runs on both electric and propane, which makes it kind of handy when you're going off-grid. We haven't done a lot of off-grid camping, but a little bit. Nice good sized freezer in there too. I'll go back in the hallway. Here we have a little shower here. We use it occasionally, but sometimes we just like to go use a shower in the campground that we're at. And we'll just move right over here, hoping not making anybody dizzy, to the bathroom area. Again, pretty simple, but it works for us. We like having the sink and the bathroom separate from the shower. We were not big fans of the wet bath. And then here we have the bedroom area. Nice thing about this bed is you can walk all around it. It's a little bit easier to make the bed, and I've heard and saw some stories about people making their beds that are set in the corner, and they have to rest after making the bed. It's so difficult. All right, so that's it. It's a very small space. Like I said, a nice couples camper. You could have one other person sleep there. Fairly comfortable. So that's about it. I just wanted to show everybody why I call this Retro Adventures. This week we are camping out 3 nights at a little campground near Defiance, Missouri. It's actually only about 10 miles from our home. This is the last camping trip for the season. We will be winterizing and setting her in for the rest of the winter. It's always a little bit sad to do that. We actually didn't leave the state of Missouri this year. Been kind of busy, but it's a very nice campground. This is a nice secluded campground. Not very busy for the first week in November. There's a cornfield right over there. They've been combining. And of course the fall leaves are falling and trees are turning color. Not much of a fall this year. We had a little bit of a drought in Missouri, but it's pretty, I think. Now the really nice thing I think about this campground, it is right next to the Katy Trail, which is right through those trees. Yeah, we are only about 30 feet from the Katy Trail. When I got here yesterday, I had a little bit of sunshine, and so I rode about 11 or 12 miles on the Katy with the e-bike. And by the way, for those who watched my last video, the pedal assist is working just fine. I don't know what's going on with it. So thanks for tuning in and letting me show you Ginger, our Riverside Retro camper. And I hope you can get out and enjoy the fall before it turns winter. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more content. And until next time, have yourself a retro adventure.